Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gonna go ahead and do a nice, quick market overview of kind of what we saw this week and what we're gonna go ahead and look at going into Monday and next week. What we kind of can expect and what we kind of have setting up here. Um, you know, as we had the last two videos, we're gonna go ahead and start off with futures with the ES here. Um, in my previous video, we went ahead and talked about this rising wedge pattern that we had forming here based off of Wednesday's lows at 2165 and the highs around 2181, which has been that resistance line that we've kind of seen be pretty stubborn over the past few days. So we had this real nice rising wedge here. We were kind of looking to see as we started pinching tighter which way it was going to go. Um, as you can see, after hours into Friday morning, we fell out of that wedge, breaking through this lower trend line here, and try to kind of back test that 2183 line, which I have here as a little bit of resistance dating back, a couple weeks. Um, we rejected it at 2183 and came down to that low today of 2173. Bounced off that real nice as a support line. Now we can go ahead and place that here, and we're almost setting up a real nice another inverted head and shoulder pattern here on the 5-minute time frame. Looking for a completion around 2183. If that can go ahead and break, we're looking for that 2186 area here as kind of a spot to test, and if we can break that, we'll be on the upside to 2190, which is that all-time high that we put in on Monday. If we reject this 2183 again here, looking for a back test and see kind of what channel lines form, and kind of looking really at 2175 here to get long. So that's what I got right now for the ES. Just kind of watching this inverted head and shoulder pattern come to fruition here and see if we can break above this 2183 to go and finally test 2186. So from here, let's go ahead and take a look at Facebook, which I think a couple people went ahead and traded today. Got a nice 100 to almost 200% move here. Drew this up pre-market. This descending wedge here that we got going on here. It actually played out really, really nicely. Bouncing off of this lower trend line multiple times and rejecting this higher trend line here. Basically looking for this thing to start pinching tighter and eventually hopefully break to the upside. We can go ahead and look at a 1-hour chart here, which I have loaded in here. So looking at this 1-hour time frame we still have this kind of wedge that we got going on here. Again, even on the hourly longer time frame, we're seeing real nice support of this lower trend and rejection of this higher trend line here. As you said, looking at the top 5-minute and now looking at the hourly, as this thing starts to pinch a little bit more, we're really looking for these levels to be tested. Looking for 21 or 123.45 as a little bit of support, but the real support line I got here is 122, 123 line. Looking for a test here. If we can hold, then we're looking for upside of 124.50, and then from there, if we break that, looking up to about 125.80, 126 are kind of the three lines we got here right now on Facebook. From the price action, we did see someone brought to light a little bit of insider selling here, about $130 million worth of shares sold in the open market the past week. So kind of seeing how that comes to play. So looking at, like I said, 123 to 124.50 is that range we're in right now, and we'll kind of see which way it breaks. The next one we're going to go ahead and look at is Apple. Go ahead and load this set for you guys. Let's go ahead and look at this. So basically, after this ER move, it's been on a constant uptrend here, as you can see by these channel lines we got. It did kind of fall out on Wednesday with the market, the market dip that we had, but really stabilized and held really, really well. Basically looking to use this 108.50, 108.40 line as kind of support. As you pull a little bit closer, we can see we bounced off of this 108.50 line multiple times here on Wednesday, and then never really retested it on the rest of the week, Thursday or Friday. We did reject one, two, three times here at 109.55. So that's kind of line to look to see if it breaks. Then we got some upward movement. With that upward movement, we could go ahead and test the highs of 110.23, and from there get back in this trend to potentially test 111. Apple's really going to be in a really tight $1 to $1.50 range, so you're going to want to play pretty close to the money. Basically looking at this 108.50 area here to get long 109 calls, and looking at this 109.50 to see if it breaks. If it doesn't and rejects again, probably going to go ahead and let it be and not really play it. Downside, I don't see a whole bunch right now. I'm kind of going to have to see how the market plays out and how Apple decides to go ahead and follow. Last one we'll go ahead and look at is Netflix. This has been a great trade for many of you guys this week, and even going into last week. It has a really, really nice range here. As you can see, we got another rising wedge, getting really, really tight here, and it looks like on Monday we should see some kind of direction on which way it's going to go. I still got this 97 as a very strong resistance, and we now have 95 as some support from this week, and below that we got 94.45 is what I got. Basically, kind of seeing how it plays, but we do have this real nice $2.50 to $3 range, and it moves quick. So, this one again, you're going to want to play real close to the money, and it should give a real nice 30%. Either way you decide to play it. Again, it's getting really tight here. So I'm kind of thinking we're going to get some downward movement on Netflix going into next week. But you never really know. This one has come out with a lot of insider forms and some news that has popped it. So basically trade accordingly, and we do realize that Netflix is a pretty bipolar stock. So be really alert and pay close attention to when you're in this trade. So that's what I got for you guys. A little quick market recap from the week, what we can expect on Monday. Over the weekend, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me or Tim know. We'll see if we can pop some charts up and get a real nice game plan going into next week. I hope you enjoy, and take it easy. Have a good weekend, everybody.